The fallout from the IDF's killing of 7 aid workers in Gaza continues. The US has issued Israel with an ultimatum: stop the indiscriminate killing of innocents or there will be consequences.
In President Joe Biden's first call with Israel's Prime Minister since 7 aid workers were killed, a turning point for US support.
He made clear the need for Israel to announce and to implement a series of specific, concrete and measurable steps to address civilian harm, humanitarian suffering, and the safety of aid workers.
He underscored as well that an immediate ceasefire is essential. If we don't see the changes that we need to see, there'll be changes in our own policy.
But just what that policy change would involve is unclear.
Is the White House warning that it may remove military aid? What exactly is the threat here?
I'm not going to preview steps. I'm not going to preview decisions that haven't been made yet.
What's more clear, how much time Israel has to comply before the US acts.
Hours and days.
It's the toughest stance yet from the White House, but the Israeli Prime Minister seems confident of ongoing support.
I think there's a long tradition of the American-Israeli alliance. It's more necessary now in the face of the barbarism that threatens our entire civilization.
But the US threat may have worked. Israel today announcing it'll open 3 humanitarian corridors into Gaza, one of which hasn't operated since October 7. Today's developments come amid mounting international fury over the deaths of the world's Central Kitchen aid workers.
Was a U.S. national humanitarian aid worker killed by a U.S. weapon? I would think that Americans would want to know that.
It was a mistake that followed a misidentification at night in very complex war conditions.
It's not good enough just to say shit happens, that this is war and that people are going to die in a war zone. It's obvious that Israel is not doing enough to protect the lives of innocent people.
Those innocent people killed include almost 14,000 children, 203 aid workers and 95 journalists. The total death toll in Gaza sits at almost 33,000.
The results on the ground are woefully insufficient and unacceptable. 100% of the population in Gaza knows acute levels of food insecurity. 100% of the population is in need of humanitarian assistance.